Hallelujah, praise Yah, because His mercy endures forever. And I'm so happy to be back on here with you guys again, family. Today I'm going to be going over the topic YAHUAH the truth versus Satan the liar. In John 14:6, Yahushua said unto them, I am the way, the truth, and the life, and no man cometh unto the Father but by me. So we know that Yahushua is the truth. Now understand that Satan is a liar. John 8:44, ye of your father the devil, and the lust of your father will ye do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. And when he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it. Alright, so we know that the truth and a lie are opposite forces, like light versus darkness, good versus evil, right versus wrong, love versus hate. But Matthew 6:24, no man can serve two masters, for he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will uphold to one and despise the other. Ye cannot serve Yah and Mammon, and there's no middle either, no playing both sides of the field. Praise Yahuwah for that. Proverbs 6:2, all the ways of a man are clean in his own eyes, but YAHUAH weigheth the spirits. Or you may believe or think you're doing right, but YAHUAH will judge your reason. This is the same as judging your heart, alright? Yahushua gave a parable, Luke 18:9-14. And he spake this parable unto certain which trusted in themselves that they were righteous and despised others. Two men went into the temple to pray, the one a Pharisee and the other a publican. The Pharisee stood and prayed thus with himself, Yah, I thank thee that I am not as other men are, extortioners, unjust, adulterers, or even as this publican. I fast twice in a week, and I give tithes in all that I possess. And the publican, standing afar off, would not lift up so much as his eyes to the heaven, but smote upon his breast, saying, Yah, be merciful to me, a sinner. I tell you, this man went down to his house justified rather than the other. For everyone that exalts himself shall be abased, and he that humbles himself shall be exalted. So it is the same. All the ways of a man are clean in his own eyes, but YAHUAH weigheth the spirits. Alright. God can see that the publican was humble, while the other one was full of pride, and righteous in his own eyes. So basically, there's a such thing as doing a truthful act, saying truthful things, and still being a liar, right? And this is why Yahushua came to fulfill the law and the teachings of the prophets, to bring about what they meant in Matthew 5:17. So most of Israel, the scribes and the Pharisees, were supposedly obeying the law, the teachings of the prophet, observing the customs, and dressing up to a part, but never able to come into the truth. So they will always have a form of righteousness, but never able to come into the truth of the Ruach HaKodesh. So they were liars, and they were still in sin, which causes them to do other sins, especially like turn away from God, do abominable things, worship idols. But Romans 6:23, the wages of sin is death. And Isaiah 29:13 give more reference. Wherefore YAHUAH said, for so much as this people draw near to me with their mouth, and with their lips do honor me, but have removed their hearts from me, and their fear towards me is taught by humans' rules. Right? It's very important, because the Bible has been tampered with the translator, and they change so much, so you need to make sure that you're following God according to the Ruach HaKodesh, the Spirit. You can't just be following the law. You got to have a relationship with God. So that's why we talk about the truth today, because the truth is about doing and being in the Ruach HaKodesh, being in the Spirit. So like I said, there's such thing as doing a truthful act or saying truthful things, but still being a liar. Alright? So what are reasons many do acts of truth, right? So many may do the acts of truth, as said before, mammon, attention, praise, or to just be just like their father, Satan, to will in and deceive, in Acts 16 through 18 references this. And it came to pass, as we went to prayer, a certain damsel possessed with a spirit of divination met with us, which brought her master much gain by soothsaying. The same followed Shaul and us, and cried, saying, These men are the servants of Eliam, which shows us the way to salvation, right? Saying truthful things. And this she did many days. And Shaul, being grieved, and turned and said to the spirit, I command thee in the name of Yahushua HaMashiach, come out of her. And he came out the same hour. Right? So she was just of her father. She was just using the truth to bring believers to her so she can deceive them. She really had no love of the truth. Yahuwah's spirit was not with her. And that's why Paul was grieved and rebuked her. Right? And there's also such a thing as doing a non-truthful act or saying non-truthful things and still being in the truth with Yahuwah. So let's run through some arguments. Alright, so the first argument was Abraham and Yitzchak both lied about their wives being theirs. But when they lied, it was just for protection. It wasn't to harm or deceive anybody. It was just try to protect their life. So it was innocent. It wasn't to lie to deceive somebody, you know? To kill, steal, and destroy, which is to protect their life. And in God's eyes, that's harmless. Alright? Another argument is Yaakov deceived Esau and Yitzchak for the blessing. But we all know, like, if you really read the Bible, it was always rightfully Yaakov, because Yahuwah said, told Rivka that he was going to be the one that inherit everything. And so Rivka told him, gave him command on what to do in order to get the blessing. But it was still going to probably automatically be Yaakov, because Yahuwah, runs everything, right? He is our head, our ultimate model, right? So Rivka said, if there's going to be any curse, let the curse fall on me, because she's falling on Yahuwah, right? At the same time, Esau gave Jacob his birthright, right? He gave Yaakov his birthright. And Esau, because there's no truth in him, and he was of his father, the devil, a liar, he was not going to go to his father and say, Daddy, this blessing rightfully belongs to Yaakov, so I'm going to get this to Yaakov. If anything, he still was going to be a liar and try to, not honor his word, which is why he got mad and angry and wanted to kill Yaakov. All right. So in conclusion, when good does what appears to be wrong, like lie or kill, it's for protection. It's innocent. And when they do good, it's real. It's not just a look. They're in the spirit, in the Ruach HaKodesh. They're with their Father. And so they're harmless and they're innocent and they're blameless, But when evil does what appears to be wrong, they're being in their own, like their father, the devil. All right? And when they appear to do good, it is to deceive and to harm. It is to kill, steal, and destroy. Like they're still in the works of their father. Alright, and so this is the end of this lesson that I have today. And I'm out, y'all. Love y'all.